I want to give you a number, and I want you to actually try to feel it, not understand it. Feel it. 93 billion light years. That is the diameter of the observable universe, the part we can measure, the part where light has had enough time to reach us. 1 light year is the distance light travels in a year. Light moves at 299,792 kilometers per second. In 1 second, light could circle the Earth 7 times. That number does not fit in a human mind. It is not supposed to. And here is the part that should stop you completely. That 93 billion light years is only the part we can observe. Beyond our observational horizon, the universe almost certainly continues. Current models suggest it could be at least 250 times larger than what we can see. Some models say it could be infinite. The total size of the universe is not known. That is not a gap that will be filled next year. That may be a question that has no answer accessible to us, ever. And inside all of that, there are approximately 2 trillion galaxies. 2 trillion. Our galaxy has between 200 and 400 billion stars. The largest known star, UY Scuti, has a radius 1,700 times larger than our Sun. If you placed UY Scuti where our Sun is, it would extend past the orbit of Jupiter. And UY Scuti is 1 star, in 1 galaxy, among 2 trillion, in the observable portion, of a universe whose total size is unknown. Now, if something contains all of this, how big does it have to be? Inside your body right now, there are approximately 37 trillion cells. Each one is a living unit. Each one has a function. A cell in your liver does not know it is in a liver. It does not know what a human being is. It does what it does. And the organism exists and functions because that cell does its job. The cell is not wrong about its own reality. Its reality is real. Its work matters. It just cannot see the scale of what it is part of. Now, apply that frame to the numbers I just gave you. I am not telling you what to conclude from that. I am just noting that the frame fits, with uncomfortable precision. The science of cosmology does not confirm the existence of a consciousness that contains the universe. That is an honest statement, and I want you to hold on to it. What the science does confirm, the observable universe is 93 billion light years across, verified. The total universe extends beyond what we can observe, strongly supported. The universe had a beginning, verified. What existed before, unknown. Whether the universe is one of many, not confirmed and not disproven. The honest position of physics today is this. We know a great deal about what is inside the universe. We know almost nothing about what, if anything, is outside it, or before it, or contains it. That gap is exactly where this question lives. And it is a legitimate gap, not filled with superstition, filled with questions that physics itself cannot close. Now, 5 traditions, separated by oceans, by centuries, by languages that share no common root, no documented contact between them at their origins. The Jewish mystical tradition describes Ein Sof, without end in Hebrew, not a God with a face or a name or a location, the infinite ground of all existence, that which preceded creation and contains it without being diminished by it. The Hindu cosmological tradition describes Brahman, not a deity, a ground state of consciousness from which all reality emerges and to which all reality returns. The Upanishads describe it, smaller than the smallest, larger than the largest. The Chinese Taoist tradition begins with this. The Tao that can be named is not the eternal Tao. It existed before heaven and earth. It contains everything without being touched by anything. The Lakota tradition describes Wakantanka, the great mystery, not a being in a specific place, a presence in everything simultaneously. And the Christian theological tradition describes a God who is omnipresent, omniscient, existing outside time and space, containing all of creation without being contained by any of it. 5 traditions, completely independent at their origins, the same structural description, something infinite, something that contains everything, something that cannot be fully named or located. 3 possibilities. 1. Coincidence. 2. A universal pattern of human cognition. When confronted with the question of what contains everything, the human mind tends toward the same answer. 3. They were all perceiving something real from different angles. I am not telling you which one is true. I am telling you that all 3 are interesting, and that none of them has been eliminated. Here is where the scale becomes personal, not philosophically, personally. If the observable universe is 93 billion light-years across, and the total universe is at least 250 times larger, and possibly infinite, what are we? Not rhetorically, mathematically. At each step, the previous scale becomes invisible. You, standing on Earth, are to the observable universe what a single atom is to you. And yet, you are the thing in this universe that is asking the question. As far as we know, rocks do not ask questions about the size of what contains them. Stars do not ask questions about what existed before the Big Bang. Galaxies do not ask questions about whether they are part of something larger. You do. Something in the scale of 93 billion light-years produced something small enough to sit in a room and ask how big it is. Whether that is meaningful, whether that is the universe becoming aware of itself, I don't know. But I find it very difficult to call it an accident. We know the universe is at least 93 billion light-years across. We know it had a beginning. We know it is still expanding, accelerating, in fact. We know that 95.1% of the universe is made of dark matter and dark energy, things we cannot directly observe, whose nature we do not fully understand, which we know exist only because of their gravitational effects on the 4.9% we can see. We do not know what exists beyond the observable horizon. We do not know what preceded the Big Bang. We do not know whether the universe is one of many. We do not know whether consciousness is a product of matter or something else entirely. Those are not gaps that religion invented. Those are gaps that physics discovered. And 5 traditions, working independently across millennia on different continents, described the thing that might fill those gaps with the same word, infinite. The Jewish mystic said Ein Sof, without end. The Hindu philosopher said Brahman, smaller than the smallest, larger than the largest. The Taoist sage said the Tao that can be named is not the eternal Tao. The Lakota elder said Wakantanka, the great mystery. The Christian theologian said omnipresent, omniscient, eternal. They were not describing the same religion. They were describing the same problem. The problem of a thing so large that no word fits, so complete that no boundary applies, so present that no location contains it. Whether that thing exists, whether it is God or physics or both or neither, is a question that 93 billion light-years of observable universe has not answered. But the question itself, the fact that something in the universe is asking it, that part is not in dispute. You are asking it right now, and that, in 93 billion light-years of mostly empty space, is extraordinary.